It is Party Time Mom. It is a magical Monday here on the Chad Prather Show, Studio 22. We are in the mothership, and we are coming to you, the Puppet Master Mark and Candace the Queen, flying us into the nether regions of all things. Monday. Jennings, you are representing in the hot seat.
That's right.
Look at those beautiful glasses you're wearing, Prather 2022.
Isn't he lovely?
Isn't she wonderful? Steve doesn't even know any Stevie Wonder songs.
He claims not to. I don't know how anybody alive can not know some Stevie Wonder.
Yeah. No New Year's Day. Nope, nothing. Got nothing. Stevie Powell. Stevie Wonder.
He's got the hair. He's got the name.
Yeah.
Sometimes he has the shades.
I like that shirt you're wearing. That's a good one. We discontinued it. Turn your microphone on.
Sorry, I got a new earpiece in.
Well, see,
Custom-molded
Steve
earpiece.
forgets that we're also a podcast. People can't hear him shake his head. Got to be audible.
I don't know. Sometimes when I'm sitting next to him and he shakes his head, I do hear something.
A little rattling around. It's like a bowling alley. Man, Abbott out. I like that shirt. A lot of people, we caught a lot of grief over putting that shirt out. People are like, well, we don't want a Democrat. No, that's not the point. We want a true conservative. True conservative. Somebody that's going to do what they say. Anyway, enough about that. I'm wearing my favorite shirt, Bring Ammo, George Washington, little known quote. Sometime around 1776. We just got back from Florida, and we're going to talk about the building collapse down in the Miami area. We were over in Port Charlotte, over on the southwest side of the state. 4 really good shows. Had a blast. Always a blast there at the Vasani Comedy Theater. And this week we're going to be, got a sold-out show already in Lake Jackson Friday night. And then on the 3rd, get ready to celebrate Independence Day with us in New Braunfels, Texas Ski Ranch. Information can be gotten at watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. Party Fell Steve will be there.
I'll be there. I think it's going to be a sold-out show as well because a lot of people have texted me and said, hey, we're going to go ride the river that weekend. Come,
Yeah.
Get on the river.
Be a lot of people.
Us.
We got a lot of folks that we know that are going to be in that area, so it's fun.
Sounds fun.
Sounds fun, man. It was good. We had 4 packed shows. Had a fight break out at Friday night show. It was fantastic. Let me tell you about this, Jennings.
I am all ears.
Now, every now and then if you're doing a comedy show, you get people that get a little drunk and maybe they talk a little loud or there's some heckling going on or some people that just don't know how to behave in public. People have been shut down for so long now, they've forgotten how to behave in public.
Yeah.
So there were a couple of ladies that were sitting at the table. They were discussing, apparently, from what I gathered, they were discussing their bill, their food bill. Because this Vasani is a great Italian restaurant as well. And they get the bill at the end of the night, and they were just talking about it a little loudly. And someone across from them said, "Shut the F up." So I'm on stage, and normally
that
when
wasn't
you start,
you.
No,
Okay.
but you hear a little commotion, and typically when you're doing that, you just kind of power on through it, right? You just keep on going and hope that it'll quiet down. This wasn't going to quiet down. This escalated, so I just walked over to the stool and like, okay,
I brought him a drink. We just
you get a comedy show plus some UFC.
Yeah,
I said, hey, there's a fight going on, girl fight, and I mean they were not settling down, and so. After a minute, I'm like, "Hey, who's winning?" It was just fun. I mean, it really was a kind of entertaining deal. And our buddy Eric that owns the place, he came in and he was like, "Shh, you guys, calm down." And the girl that he said it to, she's Cuban, and she started immediately calling him a racist. Well, he's married to a Cubano, and every Hispanic that worked in the kitchen started coming out, speaking to her in Spanish, saying he's not racist, he's a good dude. But Eric handled it well. Like, he had to de-escalate the situation at the same time, say, get the hell out of my restaurant.
Right.
It was bad. And it embarrassed him. He's a super humble guy. And, yeah.
Yeah, because he approached them first. Well, they were closest to the aisle, right next to the, so of course the people behind him that was doing some yelling too, but he just went to them. And, of course, he became a racist.
Also, at the point where you are being disruptive in somebody's establishment, it really doesn't matter what race you are. Like, it's his job to come in and throw you out.
It's weird that is the go-to thing, though. Just like, whatever. You're a racist. I mean, this is so dumb.
We need to have a fight on this show.
We tried to. It took forever just to get them out to the foyer.
Yeah.
And then it went on. It even got worse out there. And then finally, I got them out the front door to finish their argument.
You did it? You
Steve,
saved the day?
listen, if a fight breaks out, party foul will be in the middle of it.
He's Mr. Street Justice.
I can't tell you how many times Steve's been kicked out of places for trying to break stuff up.
Yeah.
He loves to be in the middle of it. I'm like, dude, just leave it alone.
I believe that, though. I can see you wanting to help break things up.
Okay, it's one of those things. Most of the time, people want a way out of a fight, and if they hadn't already thrown a punch, they really don't want to fight.
Yeah.
If you see them, if they get into it quick, somebody throws a punch, it's a fight. I'll be like, all right.
Yeah. Well, except the one time. In Bakersfield, California.
Yeah, I was drunk.
Steve jumped into the melee throwing punches, and he was punching our buddy Vince Moreno in the back of the ribs. Anyway, golly.
I'll keep that in mind if we ever do have a fight on this show. Watch out for Steve behind me.
Steve will slap you around a little bit. Patriot Mobile, let's talk about those guys. They're our good friends. You got major corporations that are going woke. It is a woke-topia, folks. They are canceling free speech. You need to partner with companies deserving of our trust. Do you know that many wireless companies support left-wing causes that threaten our freedoms and our beliefs? Patriot Mobile is different. Patriot Mobile is America's only Christian conservative wireless company that donates a portion of every dollar to organizations that fight for causes you and I care about. Right now, they got 2 great offers to choose from. You can get 50% off your first 2 months or $100 off any phone. Both come with free Premier activation. Go to patriotmobile.com/Chad for details. Patriot Mobile, it's got the broadest nationwide coverage and uses the same towers as the major providers, so you get great service for less money. Go to patriotmobile.com/Chad, or you can call their top-rated U.S.-based team, 972-PATRIOT. That's 972-PATRIOT. Veterans and first responders save even more. Switch to Patriot Mobile, a company you can trust to support your values. Go to patriotmobile.com/Chad, patriotmobile.com/Chad, or 972-PATRIOT. We'll be right back. All right. Tragedy in South Florida. Horrible deal. I mean, you see, everybody at this point in time is at least heard about that building collapse there, the condominium, and weird.
Yeah.
Weird. I mean, it's just a strange thing. I mean, I don't like tall buildings anyway. You know? Like they just kind of freak me out.
You ever get like at the top of a tall building and you can feel it swaying
moving,
in the wind? Yeah.
Yeah. The Westin Hotel in Atlanta, the old Peachtree building there, it's got a, you can look up, you can sit on the street and look straight up and you can see it swaying.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird. You know, you go up to like the 72nd floor.
Did they make them that way so they don't break?
Yeah, they create them to do that.
Yeah, it's supposed to do that. You ever been to Willis Tower in Chicago where they have the
Unfortunately,
the glass
yes, I have.
floor?
Yes, I have. I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
I just don't believe in it. Yes, I have, and it's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
Got a friend of mine in Fort Worth. He lives on the 35th floor there, the tower downtown, and you go in his place, and it still kind of freaks me out. You know, just beautiful view, but anyway. Yeah. It's a sad deal. Still, the last I heard, there was 150 people still missing. There were 9 confirmed dead. I haven't seen an update earlier today. I haven't seen. We're taping in the morning. I haven't heard yet. But it's a sad deal.
Yeah.
We've got some footage that was taken from the condo across the way. Take a look at this. So you see the building falling there. I mean, it's just wild. And then, of course, the next part follows right after it. I mean, these are people inside this building. They live inside there. Still don't know the cause. I mean, they were doing some inspections there. I think there were some reports of, like back in 2017, there were some cracks in the
I'd actually, their lawyer came out today, and the owners of the building's lawyers came out to say that there had been inspections a while back. There were repairs that needed to be made, and they were about ready to make them. Like they were getting ready to start.
Yeah, so, I mean that's just.
It's tragic.
Insanity, dude. There's a grandson of a couple that are missing. This is weird. In the Florida building collapse, keeps getting calls from their landline. So the grandparents are unaccounted for, and he's been getting bombarded with these mysterious calls from their landline that's inside their condo. Said he's gotten like 16 calls, and it's just static when he picks it up. The grandparents are in their 80s, 87 and 81 respectively, but they, weird.
Yeah. You wonder if they're, I mean, this is awful to contemplate, but like trapped in there, unable to speak, but able to hit redial or something like that.
It's weird. I mean, you wouldn't think the landline would still be connected. I mean, it's
right.
So they're doing some investigating into stuff like that. But obviously, our prayers and thoughts and just well wishes and all of that situation. I mean, you can't think of that's a bad tragedy.
Yeah,
it's a nightmare for anybody.
And there's 9 confirmed dead and 150 missing, and you got to think most of those 150 or a lot of those 150 are not going to make it out. And that's,
I mean, it's been 4 days now.
Yeah, that's pretty tragic.
Bad deal. So it's horrible, man. But kudos to guys like Ron DeSantis. I mean, he was immediately right down on the scene. Governor DeSantis of Florida. That he's a solid guy, man. I'm always impressed with him.
Think he's going to run?
Yeah.
All those people in Florida this past weekend said we couldn't have him. They don't want to let him go.
We were in Florida, and a lot of folks are like, we'd love to see him run for president. We just don't want to lose him in Florida.
Right.
I mean, they love the guy. I mean, they revere the guy. There's plenty who don't. I mean, obviously, he only won the election against Andrew Gillum by 1%. So I tell you what, those folks are thankful they didn't get Gillum.
I don't know anything about Gillum.
Well, he got caught in a hotel with another dude and smoking crack and all that stuff. I mean, you say what you want to say. Gillum and Hunter Biden know how to party.
I was going to say,
know how to party.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he's gay, so of course he was with another guy, but whatever the situation was.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah,
being gay doesn't mean you're allowed to. He was with
some crack or had some crack.
You can see the pictures. They're online. He was both smoking crack and getting crack. But yeah, anyway, so, heart goes out. A boat carrying 20 dead people found floating off Grand Turk Island. They don't know why the people are dead. They just found the boat. That's weird.
That's very weird.
Like a ghost ship.
Yep. Like the Mary Celeste or something. Well, except that one there was nobody on board, right?
Right.
This one, there are actually dead people all over this boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I want to follow up on that one. I want to find out what happened.
Yeah, that's interesting to see.
I'm checking out if we start getting ghost ships right and left.
I know, man. Whew.
Not cool.
This is a weird Monday, man. Bringing me down already.
Yeah.
Let's
tell some dick jokes or something.
Don't you have some exciting stuff in there somewhere?
No, it's only downhill.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have been watching any of the Olympic trials. I'm super impressed with these female gymnasts. These girls are solid. You watched any of it?
I've seen one brief 10-second video, and that's about it. Okay. And I saw the thing about the hammer throwing lady who turned away.
Let's play that clip right there. Go ahead, Mark.
Americans, though, still making a stand in different ways in the lead up to the games. Hammer thrower Gwen Berry turning away from the American flag as the national anthem played at the Olympic trials in Oregon.
Me being able to represent my communities and my people and those who have died at the hands of police brutality, those who have died to this systemic racism, I feel like that's the important part.
Her actions recalling Juan Carlos and Tommie Smith making a stand for racial justice at the 1968 Mexico City Games. But her abilities got Berry onto the team, joining long jumper Brittany Reese, hurdler Grant Holloway, and 17-year-old runner Arian Knighton, among others, all qualifying in Oregon.
That's who we want to represent our country?
I mean, that's the whole deal. You're going to represent, which country you're going to represent.
Did you notice her Hitler mustache slipped down onto her lips?
It's a weird makeup choice, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, what country you're going to represent. What the deal is.
I also love that she's coming out about systemic racism, and literally every athlete that they just showed was black.
Yeah.
That's representing the United States. Every one of them was black.
Yeah.
Not that every athlete that's representing the United States in the Olympics is black, but all the ones they just showed in the news story.
Track and field, though, they kind of dominate that.
Yeah.
She might have just been pissed off that she came in third behind Hank and Butch. There, those some strong gals on the podium there.
Yeah.
She looked.
Oh, she finished third?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was probably more about that than anything else.
Yeah, the difference between her and the black activist Olympians back in the 60s that they compared her to, they won! They actually won! She didn't. She came in third. And I mean, by the way, 2021 America ain't 1960s America.
Yeah.
It ain't. You know what I mean?
She was the second loser.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you were the second runner-up, not even the first. Put on some weight, girl. Sling that hammer. Maybe focus on eating some more protein. Get some Field of Greens in you.
There you go.
Yeah. Bitch, you're not oppressed. You're not oppressed.
Yeah.
That whole thing, I mean, you're trying to, look, it's a narrative. You're playing this narrative. You're getting attention. And God bless you. You got your attention. Good for you.
Yeah.
But you knew who you were representing when you signed on to compete.
The pre-qualifying rounds, right? So she's still going to the Olympics?
I don't know. Not if she keeps making third.
If she goes there, I mean, she's going to pull this crap again, I guess is what I'm...
So you have to. Once you start,
right.
you
can't really go back.
I mean, it's like Kaepernick. You got to kneel.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, the whole deal.
He'll never be able to stand up for the national anthem again.
You know, eventually...
Get woke, go broke. I'm telling you. You just keep playing this game.
They're going to have to keep inventing new permutations of this. Like the first one kneels, the second one turns away. They'll keep going. Eventually, they'll circle back around, and the thing to do to show you're a rebel is to like salute the flag while they're playing it.
Come full circle. But you knew who you were representing when you went. If you don't like what America stands for, then don't go compete in the name of America. Don't do it.
Right.
But what do I know? I mean, just a little common sense. You should have abstained when they try to put you on the team. Anyway, what, Steve?
Nothing. No. I like working here.
I don't know, man. It just I'm sick of athletes, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
These pro athletes, these higher competition athletes. I'm sick of all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, get me back to the day where football players put on their pads and like gladiators came out and tried to crush each other's heads. Girls danced on the sidelines in little short skirts, and we enjoyed it on Sunday. And let's get back to just playing sports. And everything, doesn't have to be a political statement. My gosh.
Right.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah. I got to say, I know people who are watching are not going to have an easy time believing this. I don't do a lot of sports. I don't watch a lot of sports. I didn't even know hammer throwing was an event.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They're not like the carpenter hammers.
No, I figured that. I assume it's like a morning
Thor.
star or something like that. Yeah, but I did not know that was a thing.
Big old hammer.
Like hatchet throwing?
Yeah.
No, it's a thing, Jennings. It's a thing, and being an asshole's a thing, too, and apparently it doesn't know gender.
Yeah.
You can do it no matter what. Steve, I'd love to know what's going on in your head.
No.
You can't do that. Can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
We're going to find out in the break. He'll tell us then.
He'll tell us. And then I'll decide if we bring it back. Yeah. Oh, it seems crazy, man. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm tired of all of it. Anyway, America's a great country, guys. It's the best. You don't believe me? Move to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Find out. I mean, we talked about it on the show last week. You got out of 80,000 Afghanis who helped the American troops, they only issued like 20,000 or 30,000 visas. The rest of them are being left there. That's a major deal. Check out Chad Prather Show, who's been on the show many times, our good friend. Check out his videos talking about it. I mean, he's been texting me nonstop. I mean, he's distraught over this deal, and I would like to get him on the show for a segment to talk about this. But it's a bad deal.
Yeah, I really wish there was some agency to which we could sign a petition or...
Well, and that's the thing. Everybody says, well, you're anti-immigration. No, I'm not at all.
Yeah.
There are people
They ought to be front of the line.
There ought to be people who are in this country. There are people who deserve to be in this country and a part. I mean, these people had high security clearance, the highest they could have, some of them, and still be a foreign national.
It's a real shame about the extremes ends of the debate that to the even just the casual liberal mind, people like you and me are anti-immigration. Like that's the way that they see us, because we want there to be security at the borders, because we want the process to be fair, and I'm all for restructuring it, from the way it is now and make it something that's
well, there needs to be an easier and cheaper path to citizenship.
But because of that, because we don't just automatically want to throw the gates open, then the assumption is that we're completely anti people coming into this country, and nothing could be further from the truth. And what a lot of what we want it would be something that the liberal side might want if they genuinely sat down and had a conversation with us about it. When it becomes about mudslinging, you get none of the good stuff of our opinion. All you get is that, we hate immigrants.
I've never sat down and had a conversation with anybody of either side who wanted to disagree with me on that point. They agree with you.
Yeah.
Anyway. It's a sad situation because these people over there, these folks in Afghanistan, I mean, their children are going to be murdered, their wives are going to be raped to death. I mean, this is bad. And you're going to turn your back on the national anthem and say you're oppressed. You're not oppressed. You got freedom and privilege.
You're allowed to be an asshole here.
I mean, they let you be.
Yeah.
It ain't happening over there. Hey, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's noticed it. The state of our great nation has changed, and with it, so has the world's rock-solid confidence in the U.S. dollar. It's problematic. Thanks to our government's out-of-control spending, many believe we'll see dark days ahead for the dollar. That's why now more than ever, we recommend you diversify with gold and silver. I do it, and the only company we recommend is American Hartford Gold. They sell physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or inside of your IRA. They make it easy. They are the highest-rated firm in the country with an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. If you call them right now, they will give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. So don't wait. Call them now, 866-503-9299. That's 866-503-9299. Or text CHAD to 65532. Again, that's 866-503-9299. Or text my name, Chad, to 65532. And we will be right back. Man, I'm just looking through some of this stuff. People are insane. You know it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love the San Francisco run homeless encampment costs $60,000 per tent. Did you see that one?
I did see that. That's
I'm moving to San Francisco.
Getting a tent, man.
Yeah.
Homeless encampment run by San Francisco costs the city $60,000 per year per tent.
Per tent.
City's 6 safe sleeping villages provide homeless people tents, 3 meals per day, security, and washrooms. The city's looking to renew the program for a cost of $57,000 per tent, of which there are about 260. You do the math. More than $1 billion is expected to be spent in the next 2 years by San Francisco on homelessness. People keep asking me about homelessness in Texas. You go down to Austin. We talked about this. A lot of those people, they do it by choice.
Yeah.
I mean, you have drugs, you have mental illness, you got, the lack of affordable housing in some cases. And then some of them, that's their lifestyle.
Yeah.
And that's what they want to do.
Yeah. People live in very odd ways, but I don't think that they the people who choose that, I think there's a distinction between the people who choose, I know people who live in a van, but they've decked it all out and it's comfortable.
I know those people.
Yeah. Okay. So those people, I think that's a little different than I'm just going to choose to go sleep under that tree over there.
Under the bridge. Yeah. They do it. Look who joined us at the pub, Lisa Page. Lisa Page made me do it.
I'm here. Back.
Hi, Lisa.
Back from my local mini vacation with my
You
kids.
had a little staycation at the water park. I saw Stu this morning. I was like, you survived. He goes, apparently.
You see, he had shaven in 4 days. He forgot his razor. He went home to go get shaven. It was a mess.
Yeah.
I love my kids, but I need a break.
Yeah.
That's why you're here.
Made for cute pictures.
Yeah.
Cute pictures.
That's about it.
And I loved seeing you and Stu together.
I know. People are like, is she really married? Stu hates, him. He hates every part of it.
I know he does.
Every single part of it. I'm like, just take one for the team so people don't think I'm a single parent. Less than thrilled.
Cut down on your Instagram messages.
Good Lord, I know.
Yeah, up until today, I'd never seen you guys in the same room. I wasn't sure you weren't the same person.
No, it's very hard for me to find a family photo or just a photo of just him and I. Very hard because he hates it. And people don't understand. They're like, why? He's on TV every day. I'm like, that's probably just it. He doesn't want to be, but it's I should be an exception. Your children should be an exception.
So
Take the picture.
let me tell you this. So, I don't put my children on social media at all, right? I've got great
10,
kids.
15.
I just don't put them on there. They don't want to be on there. They don't want the exposure. They like to live And so we do that, right? It's always been the thing. There's pictures I would love to post. I just don't. Anyway, I live a public life. And when people start getting nosy with me, it kind of pisses me off because, like, there are people who are in my life who think they should know every aspect of my life. And they'll just start sending me messages and they're, asking me questions. Hey, what about? And I'm like, I just don't respond because, like, I'm public enough. Let me keep some things to myself, right?
Sure.
You think Stu deals with that a little bit? Likes to have his privacy in that regard?
He's so private generally. Like, people don't know a lot about him. They only know about him from my stories.
I'm like best friends with him, and I barely know him. Well, you're right about that. You're putting your kids out there on the stuff, and, my kids are grown and stuff, but I posted a picture, did one this weekend. We were in Florida with my oldest daughter and grandkids, and all of a sudden she gets all these friend requests from people that are either, follow me on Facebook or it's like, and sending her messages. Yeah. And I just find that part, that's why I don't really like putting it on there.
Yeah, it's a hard deal.
They don't want no part of that.
It's a hard deal. And I remind everybody, I've made a living for the last good while as a comedian, telling jokes. And, you get involved in politics, and then people start digging through. Somebody pulled a joke up from 2013 the other day.
Where they're like, it's just not appropriate, Chad.
And they're like, oh my God.
2013 is a good vintage for inappropriate jokes, I find. I hear that number a lot.
Yeah.
For people that get canceled and stuff like that.
I made the joke. I said, the worst thing about going through divorce is finding a good hitman. and so, oh yeah, look at what's out. He's trying to find a hitman. Well, if I'd have found one, maybe you'd have been on the list. That's a threat. Oh my God, he's running for governor. He made a threat.
Instagram
he's so dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, I've been through a divorce, and I'm not saying it didn't cross my mind.
Carol Baskin.
Our chief researcher, Glenn Beck's chief researcher, Jason Buttrell, he spends a lot of time on the dark web. It's a wonder the FBI hasn't come to the Blaze Studios trying to figure out what Jason Buttrell's trying to find. But he's told me, he's like, man, you can find it all. You want a hitman? You pick their hair color, their eye color. If it want to look like an accident, whatever you want to do. I mean, it's just crazy.
How do you get on this thing? Is it darkweb.com? Or
I don't know how.
Right.
I don't even want to know.
No, yeah.
They've told me, they said, with politics, you really need to do a search on the dark web for yourself. And I'm like, I really don't want to.
Yeah, right.
They're like, because there's stuff that's out there you don't. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to.
I learned a few weeks ago, and I knew going down this rabbit hole not to read this one website that just talks shit about all the influencers. And I was alerted that I had a 14-page thread on it.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, well, let me see what they're talking about. And it just literally consumed my entire day.
Yeah.
And it put me in such a bad headspace. And I was so mad at myself for doing it. But like talking about my kids, horrible things about my kids, how there's speculation that Stu and I aren't even married because he does these late night gym visits. People like screenshotting Instagram like videos talking about our house renovation, how ugly my choices are, how outdated my house was before. Like just horrible, mean things.
Who has the time
I don't know. Apparently 4 random women in Philadelphia hiding behind their screens.
Yeah. Wish you would finish that house, though, because
she ain't going to finish that house for another 12 months.
I know.
So she's gotten addicted to this.
By the way, Steve, the answer to your question is when you buy a new computer, there's a little filter on the back. You just have to take it off.
Take it off. Okay. Takes you right to the dark web. Yep. At least we get to come on here and vent about it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like that girl that turned her back on the national anthem. I mean, I don't feel oppressed because people call me a snake and a pig and it's amazing the stuff that people come at you with.
Yeah.
You got to have a thick skin because I was talking to my therapist about it a couple weeks ago and we were saying how I'm going to therapy about this now. No.
Yeah, right.
But we were talking about how, if you can't take the criticism and you are, struggling with inner issues with yourself, like that's reading that type of stuff that was written about me or anybody else could put you over the edge. I mean, that's like a lot of girls would.
I got a haircut this past weekend, and somebody said I look like Little Debbie.
Yeah, somebody said it.
Freaking Chad. Thanks.
We put the right hat on him. You look just like Little Debbie. Put a little gingham dress on.
Oh, we should definitely do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got a lot.
Hey, you know what I've always said about that, Lisa, is, Rudyard Kipling said that you meet with triumph and disaster, and you treat those two imposters just the same. That's in his poem, If. And I've always said, if the approval of man can make you, the rejection of man will kill you, right? So approval and rejection, truth and error, those things, they all live next door to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
it doesn't take anything to flip the switch.
It's astonishing how much they don't matter.
They don't matter.
It's hard to keep that in perspective, but it's absolutely necessary. I assume, because I'm not famous yet.
Well, if somebody just keeps going, I'll eventually just block them.
Stu just said he mutes them, so they keep talking, and he doesn't even know they're existing. Yeah. He just mutes them all. He's like, you just gotta mute them. Mute them.
I mean, there are people out there who just viscerally do not like me. They don't know me.
Yeah.
There's some who do know me that viscerally don't like me. And that's okay. I mean, you're consuming yourself with that.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not bothering you. I mean, it's like my buddy.
You're not spending any time being bothered by them either.
No, not really. I mean, it's like my buddy Spencer James says in his comedy bit. He's talking about cyberbullying. He said, cyberbullying, why does it even exist when all you got to do is just push the button? You just turn it off.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's done.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a crazy world we're living in, but it's the world we chose. It's the world we chose.
Yep.
Jennings. I don't want to go find that thread. I don't want to see if there's anything about me.
Yeah. Oh, they talked about you too. No, they did.
Wait, am I in there?
No, unfortunately.
Jennings one of the page.
No.
Can I just one person, one page?
I'm definitely not going to go.
That's all I want. Somebody come after me.
I'm sensitive.
Come get it.
Come get Jennings.
Come get it.
Come get it.
Yeah.
I got skeletons somewhere.
Me too. Mine are laying out all over the floor.
Where's that skeleton at, buddy? You can't see it from here.
All over the place.
We said Little Debbie a while ago. He licked his lips.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna do a Harvey Weinstein opera, maybe coming to New York. Talk about. I mean, what is there to do?
They just have a couch on stage, or what?
Yeah, right.
Big black couch and a fat guy singing.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, that's it's.
I'm sure there'll be girls lined up to be cast in it.
Ironically, there's a casting couch for that opera.
Yeah,
casting couch for the casting couch.
It's an impact statement sung by the women who are impacted by his behavior.
Well, they are where they are because of him.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be a good opera. That'd be fun.
Maybe Jenny can put his list on. If someone calls out, you can fill in since you are an opera singer.
And I look like Harvey Weinstein.
Totally.
Yep.
I'm not touching any of that.
It's like that vagina monologue or something.
Vagina monologues, yeah.
I don't know about any of that.
Oh.
I don't even know what a vagina is. Like watching Lisa just blush.
Stop.
I blush.
Neither does Stu, apparently. This is what you come to the Blades for, people.
They got all their children from Wayfair.
We're not supposed to laugh at that. We'll be right back. So if you were watching anything besides, if you watched the news, you saw the building crash, of course, and then you saw the other crash that happened in the Tour de France. I think they were only like 6 miles from the finish of this thing, and this moron of a lady. Play that clip there, Mark.
That was a little closer than 126 as they've gone under that banner. Oh, the massive crash there. What has happened? Right on the side of the road there. No. Look at this. I don't know what happened there. Maybe they clipped the crowd, but whatever has happened, they are in a right mess down there at the moment now. How many riders? Let's hope. That is a massive crash, Bob. It was a Jumbo Visma ride. It wasn't Roglic, was it?
I think it was Tony Martin that just went down.
It could have been Tony Martin. Yes, it could have been.
And he just hit the side of the road and lost the front wheel.
Gosh.
You can see right on the...
It looked like pilot error.
Near the front. Watch him try to get around his teammate and go down. Oh, he might have clipped that spectator.
He went off the road.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I think he went off the road. The road has got a nasty ridge on it there. Now, the question is, what's going to happen? How many people are going to get back up out of this?
That sign right there,
Phil. Left of your picture. Oh my goodness me.
That lady must feel like such a dumbass.
It was the sign that the rider in front hit.
And her
that
arm.
is the result.
Oh my gosh.
And taking down the taking down one of the top teams in the race, and somewhere very close to that situation was definitely Primož Roglič. As you can see, the whole race is stopped here.
And that's why I don't do bicycle races like that.
Because people with signs.
Why.
Yeah,
those people with signs. I don't ride bikes down the street because people are driving and texting.
Most people don't know this, but that's the reason why France lost to Germany in World War II.
Well, interestingly enough, the lady they're looking for, I mean, there's a massive manhunt trying to find this lady because she could be fined and put in jail for like a year.
I mean, all of her arms were out above the pavement.
Did anybody die? Like
no, I mean, I think the worst injury was like a messed up wrist or something like that. There was some bloody.
Yeah,
cuts
I mean,
and
it was
scrapes,
stupid.
It's not like somebody lost a testicle or something.
Yeah,
or both of them. Nice little Lance Armstrong reference there. Steve's so proud of himself. If you don't acknowledge it, like Steve just sits over there and giggles to himself.
I don't know if anybody else gets it when I say stuff like that. So it's
we're Americans, Steve. Literally, the only thing we know about the Tour de France is that Lance Armstrong was in it.
Yeah. And so
that's where I learned about blood doping. So
yeah, right.
Which I don't understand her sign. Her sign was Allez, Omi, Opi, which is both French and German. It means go grandma, go grandpa, or grandma, grandpa. Allez is go in French. So, but Omi, Opi is
maybe she was making fun of him,
German,
calling him slow.
I don't know.
Maybe she did it on purpose.
I don't know, but they're looking for her.
Yeah.
She escaped the scene before the investigators got there.
I would too. Bye.
Yeah. She probably got hair dye on. And
she's identifying as a man today.
Coloring in a beard. You know, got a little French mustache. Oui, oui. Bonjour, il n'y a pas de quoi. WC, s'il vous plaît. Need a bathroom to go change my hair color. WC, s'il vous plaît.
Are you speaking the only French you know?
No, I'm asking for where's the water closet.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just saying that's what most people learn is either the morons learn the swear words or the smart people learn how to ask.
You just called half of America morons.
Probably more than half.
Yeah.
And the smart people.
Jennings? He doesn't have an email with us, but
learn like the useful phrases like "Where's the bathroom?"
Pourquoi?
There you go. I'm taking you with me to France.
I only know you're with the Kevin. You're with the French called les incompetents from Home Alone.
Fermez la bouche.
Yeah.
You'll start peeing outside. They'll tell you where the bathroom is real quick.
I don't know, man. Some places in France. Fermez la bouche. Yeah. That's shut up.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh boy. Yep. Anyway, that's a bad deal. I mean, that's weird. I mean, I think they were like a mile behind the leader or something like that.
Sucks.
They're all piled up.
I liked how the guys in the front row were like, bye.
Yeah, but honestly, how many of the people who fell over, the ones that didn't scrape their knees and elbows,
good question,
were like, oh, I don't have to ride the rest of the race now.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose.
Or we're able to jump 30 spots.
Yeah.
That too.
So,
yeah. Hey, if you're looking forward to something, the Delta variant of the COVID virus has got an outbreak in Israel. It's spread to some vaccinated adults. So that's good. People get fully inoculated with the Pfizer shot, and then there's just a whole different type of COVID-19 that pops up.
Well, that's their attempt they're going to try to shut some things down before July 4th, right? If we're not being good kids.
Oh, no, Biden's already adjusted his number because he knew he wasn't going to make the original benchmark number because people are like, you're insane. We're not doing that.
Yeah, the whole thing's kind of crazy.
I'm so sick of hearing about it. Like, what? I don't even care about the next. I don't care about this variant. I don't care. I'm so sick of hearing about it. As far as I'm concerned, we're open. I didn't see one mask all weekend at the 2 hotels we were at.
Well, I will wear my mask through the 20 seconds of TSA check and take it off. And you got to wear it on the plane, which I'm hoping that Dan Crenshaw's bill gets heard and passed on that deal where they can get the masks off in the airports and the airplanes. It's ridiculous.
Well, sure. I wore my I trust Dr. Seuss over Dr. Fauci shirt through the airport yesterday.
Yeah.
And everyone, TSA, the airline employees loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start.
There's some places, listen, we were, Jesse Payton in their show the other night, he mentioned Fauci and that place erupted, dude. And I said to the guy sitting next to me, I said, There's some places, man, if Fauci went out in public, they'd snatch him up.
Yeah.
I mean, they would tar and feather that dude.
Well, did you see? I sent this to you guys over the weekend. Dr. Fauci's got a new book out. How a boy from Brooklyn became America's doctor.
Yeah.
Sold everywhere.
Little
Books
children's
are sold.
book, yeah.
Yeah.
That one's been out for a minute. And no word on the book he was going to, that he had written,
that's right.
supposedly written.
Yeah, it got pushed back or canceled even, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see him that much, really.
No.
They're not interviewing him so
You're
much.
not hearing a lot. I don't follow the news, I guess, closely enough to say this with absolute authority, but you're not really hearing anywhere near as much about this as you were hearing
dude was
before.
vastly discredited.
Yeah.
And hats off to Rand Paul for an excellent job of handling that.
Yeah, when he says this is theater, I'm like eating popcorn like, yes, it is.
Yeah. There's so much I want to get into, and we're going into the E-block, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to have to talk about what I want to talk about quickly.
All right. So everybody else, shut up.
No, we're going to do it in the
Including
E-block
me.
fast, but I just want to remind everybody, because I'm not going to say this in the E-block. WatchChad.com is where all the fun stuff is, and I want you to come see us in New Braunfels. There's still tickets available for Saturday night. That's the 3rd. Come see us. And I got a ton of campaign events coming up all over the state of Texas. I want to encourage you to come to those as well. Headed down to the border several times. Numerous trips planned and going to be down there. And we got this one story that I want to talk about. It's important. So don't go anywhere, and we will be right back. You thought I was kidding. I want you to take a look right now at your screen. Look at this. Very telling, very compelling. Put it up there, Mark. You can find it. We wait with bated breath. There it is. Look at there. Little party foul Steve.
Split screen. Yeah, there you go.
You need a bonnet and a little gingham dress. Oh, he's so cute. He is so cute. Do you hear about this story? Dixon, Pennsylvania, police were called to the Home Depot on a report of disorderly people having an exorcism in the lumber aisle.
What?
Exorcism was for the dead trees, and the would-be wood exorcists were escorted out of the building. Yeah.
Well, lumber prices are dropping, so maybe they said
maybe they cast some devils out,
you know.
And nobody got video of that.
I want to know what were they casting out? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Like an exorcism, traditionally speaking, is you're casting something out.
Yeah. I don't know.
We're slashing prices.
Yeah. The power drill of Christ compels you.
Indeed.
Oh, it's craziness, man. Crazy. Somebody said the other day that I called Trump supporters a cult, and these trolls are funny.
I would say there is a portion of Trump supporters.
There's a portion of anybody that supports anything.
Yeah, anybody who
But
has a following.
I was like, come again.
Some of these Chad Prather fans are a cult. They're serious.
I don't believe that one bit. I think that they are
I love them. I'm
fully educated, 100% rational people that support us 100%. They're fantastic.
Chad Prather 22.
Chad Prather 2022. I'm Chad Prather. I approve this effing message. Yeah. Gonna get good tomorrow on the News and Why It Matters with Sarah Gonzalez. I'll be on it. I'm on it tonight too, but I'm on it tomorrow. Oh, with Colonel Alan West.
Oh,
dun dun dun.
It's gonna be fun. Our good buddy Colonel West. Woo! It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great week. It's gonna be a fantastic week. We're heading into Independence Day.
Damn right.
That's right. I'm gonna show my freedom. I'm gonna run naked somewhere. I don't know where. Through the house.
Get it on film.
Yes. I did get on film the other day. This protester, this F. Biden guy, he was effing the police. Yeah, it was. I'll show you all the video. Anyway, you guys hang in there. We're going to be back tomorrow night. We love you. God bless you. Talk to you on Tuesday. Bye.